Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm actually going to be testing new makeup that I got sent to me in PR, and it's by the brand Florasis, which it is a Chinese makeup brand by the way, and this makeup is, when I tell you, it is beautiful. It is absolutely beautiful. The packaging, like the outer packaging, like the inner packaging is just absolutely stunning. Everything is just so aesthetically pleasing. It's just absolutely gorgeous. So I do have quite a lot of products here, but I don't have enough for a full face. I'm going to be using my own foundation, concealer, bronzer, etc. Before I start on the skin, I'm going to show you like some of the products because they're just absolutely beautiful. But that's the bull of the lipstick there. Isn't that absolutely beautiful? Honestly, that beautiful that you don't even want to use it. And then this is the eyeshadow palette. So this is the Peony Exquisitely Carved Flower Pattern Makeup Palette. And then this is the packaging, and it just opens up like this, and look at that makeup. So I'm guessing these are a load of eyeshadows, but I think I'm actually going to use one of these shades down here at the bottom as blush. But again, like the lipstick, just like the imprint of the makeup is just absolutely stunning. Everything just tells like a really nice story. Everything's just really beautifully done, and it's the type of makeup that you don't even want to ruin, you don't even want to use. So see, ever since I've done the COLLAB video, I've been absolutely obsessed with this foundation. This wee foundation here from ColourPop, and it's the Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Hydrating Foundation. It's such a gorgeous everyday foundation. It's like medium to buildable full coverage, and I obviously build it up to the point where it is full coverage, but it's just absolutely gorgeous. It's just like a really nice healthy looking foundation on the skin, especially for like everyday wear. It's just really, really pretty. I don't know, it's just the nicest wee foundation. It just makes my skin look absolutely gorgeous. Like there's just such a nice wee healthy glow off my skin as well. And it dries down like really, really nicely as well. It kind of has like a nice wee satin finish to it. For concealer, I'm taking this one from XX Revolution. This wee one here. Then I'm just using the Soul Body Bronzing Balm to cream bronze. I have finally hit pan. I find it so satisfying whenever I hit pan on products. I'm not even joking. I'm just going to take my concealer sponge and just do a wee bit of blending. I think I've kind of brought that bronzer up a wee bit too high. I don't like my bronzer brought up too high. Finally getting to use a product about why we're actually here today. Taking the Florasis Gorgeous Peach Blossom Powder 03. So I'm guessing maybe if that's a particular shade or something. But this packaging is just absolutely beautiful. Look at that. Isn't it stunning? Really, really pretty. Really nice, aesthetically pleasing to look at. Once we open it up, we just have a wee powder puff. So it does have like a wee bit of net in here, like the Huda Beauty powder. So I'm actually going to take the wee powder puff that it comes with, and I'm just going to press it in. And that's the colour of it there, by the way, so it is very pale. So I'm just going to press that into my under eyes. And just mainly my T-zone, just anywhere where I like to put my setting powder. So I'm just going to really like press that in around my mouth and everything, and then I'm going to try and like dust some of it off. It's just really nice to set my under eyes. It's actually maintained the brightness within my under eyes as well. No, that's actually quite nice, you know. It's just nicely set everything. And then just to soak up any of the excess powder, I'm going to be taking the Anastasia G set. Oh, every time. I'm going to be taking the Peach Blossom Carved Flower Pattern Highlighter. And it's in the shade 02. And again, the packaging, absolutely stunning. It's actually a really nice colour of highlight. It definitely has got like a wee bit of a golden tone off it, but the main colour of it is kind of like a salmon pink. Kind of like a salmon pink with like a gold shift to it. Ooh! Just going to do a wee bit on my forehead as well, just to give it an extra wee bit of glow. But yeah, again, that's actually a really nice highlighter. It's not too intense, but it's just nice. Like, there's no glitteriness of it, it just provides a really nice glow to the skin. I did say I was going to use the eyeshadow palette for blush, so this is obviously the wee eyeshadow palette here. I think the only two shades we'd be able to use for blush would be definitely these two shades down here at the bottom. I think these are definitely eyeshadows. We could maybe use this as a highlighter, but even the pan sizes are a wee bit too small, whereas because these are a wee bit bigger and they are kind of like blush shades or tones. Really? Oh no. Oopsies. So I think I'm actually going to take this shade here for my blush, and I'm going to take this a tiny bit of that. I know, sorry, do you know what? I'll tell you a lie actually. I'm going to take the both of them. So a mixture of both. The texture of these powders is actually really weird, because as I was actually putting that wee bit of shadow back in again, I was kind of like squeezing it down to kind of fix it. It kind of feels like the, you know, the Super Shock shadows from ColourPop, you know that formula? Like that spongy, bouncy texture. That's actually what it feels like. It literally just melts into the skin. We don't have a bronzer or anything. I'm sure there's obviously like other products on the website, it's like bronzers and stuff, but I'm gonna be taking the Be Perfect Cosmetics Shitter palette. Sorry, I have an itchy lip. Kind of feel like we're a wee bit limited to what we can actually do on the eyes. Like, we do have like all these matte shades here. Well, these two are matte, and these two are matte, and then these three shades in the center are shimmers, and then obviously like these two shades here. So I'm gonna take this shade here and kind of see where I can start, I suppose. So we're just using my 01. Okay, I've also put a wee bit of that shade just on my lower lash line as well. So I'm going to go in with my 02. I think I'm actually going to go in with this one here. Taking a wee bit of that. I didn't think this through. I literally have no idea what I'm doing right now. Okay, do you know what? Since we're limited with shades and colours and imagination, I'm just going to play it safe, and I'm just going to run this along the lower lash line. Or I'm just going to run this along the lash line, sorry. You see what I mean? Like, it just... Very, very pretty palette, but you have to go in 910 times to get like a bit of payoff. But at the same time, I suppose what you have to keep in mind is the fact that it is a Chinese makeup brand. Chinese, Japanese, Korean makeup brands are very subtle. From my experience, what I've experienced with their makeup, everything is very, like, the aesthetic is very natural. Like, nothing is, you know, really full on or full coverage or really heavy or anything like that. They're just really into like their nice natural looks, if that makes sense. So you have to keep that in mind, you know, like, just because we're so used to having makeup palettes from like Be Perfect Cosmetics and, you know, whoever else, and we're so used to like eyeshadow palettes being really, really heavy pigmented, just like straight away really pigmented, that as soon as we get a palette that isn't like really full on and pigmented straight away, especially whenever it's swatched or on the lid, automatically it's like, oh no no no, there's a problem with this palette. But you also need to remember that it's just like this is their makeup style, you know what I mean? Like, as you can see, it is like there's pigment there, you know, but it's just not really intense and full on. So I'm not going to be taking any more on my brush, and I'm now just going to start kind of manoeuvring that product and and blending it out. I'm going to take my 03 brush and I'm also going to go into that exact same shade that I've been using, and I'm also just going to kind of bring that into the inner corner a bit by just stumping it on. I'm also going to take that same brush and go into this dark brown shade, and I'm just going to line kind of like the outer corner. Do you know, as simple and as boring as it might be, I actually really like how that looks. So I think I'm just going to keep it just like that. Like, I'm literally just going to keep it like a nice smoky wing. I just went on ahead and put some lashes on. So now for lips. I have a lot of like lip products here to show you. This one here is also the Florasis linked lipstick, so that is the packaging. I absolutely love it. It's well up my street. Like, obviously I just know with my packaging, with my brushes, it's like marbled, that green with like accents of gold through it. Absolutely love it. So this is like really up my street. I absolutely love it. So let me see, how do you open this? I kept on like opening it like through the sides, but there's a more fancier way to open it, where you just kind of like open up the side and boom. So again, before I take it out, I'm going to show you how it just looks. But that's the lipstick there. It's honestly the nicest packaging. Look at that, look how extra. It's just so cute, right? And then you just press this and it just pops out the actual bullet lipstick itself. And one thing I have noticed as well, like all the shades are all like reds and burgundies and like burnt reds and, you know, those kind of shades. But again, the lipstick, the bullet itself, tells a really nice story. It's just, oh, it's absolutely beautiful. And then lastly we have this tin. Inside we have two lipsticks which are kind of the same as this wee lipstick I just showed you there. In the centre we have an eyeliner. It's either an eyeliner or an eyebrow pencil. And then just at the sides here, these are kind of like wee makeup remover pads. You know, like wee cotton rounds, you know? Honestly, it's super cute, although it is very confusing as to why they're in here with an eyeliner and lipstick, but oh well. But that's what they look like there. Absolutely gorgeous. As I said, they're the exact same as this lipstick here, but the print is different. I'm not too sure how to kind of explain this, but it's kind of like a satin feel, like a really nice soft touch velvet satin. But again, the lipstick tells a story on the bullet and it is just absolutely stunning. Super beautiful. So I'm going to take the tiniest wee bit of this just in the centre of my lips. Like, literally the tiniest wee bit. But anyway guys, that actually does come to the end of this tutorial. Thank you all so much for watching. I will obviously have all the products that I did use today listed and linked down below in the description box for you. So thank you all so much for watching this video. I hope you all enjoyed this wee tutorial and I hope to see you in my next video.